Okay, so let us go through the questions quickly. Identify the profit-centered approach in the way Sanazani campsite does business. Okay, so their main focus is to make profit. That is the main focus because they are profit-centered. Then number two, identify the regulation imposed approach in the way Sanazani campsite does business. This is then when the business owners do what is required by law. For instance, they are paying taxes to SARS regulations. So they are doing, the business owners do what is required by law. For instance, paying taxes to SARS. Okay, number three, identify the investment earned approach in the way Sanazani campsite does business. So when a business acts in a social responsible way to attract more investment. So the business acts in a socially responsible way to attract more investments. For instance, having regular organizational fundraisers. Okay, number four, would you say that all three approaches are ethical in the case study? Motivate your answer. The business does not act in a socially responsible way. Why? The reasons are they do not issue receipts upon payments, and that is illegal. They do not issue receipts upon payment. Illegal. Secondly, they charge foreign visitors double what the locals pay. That is unethical. They charge foreign visitors double what the locals pay. That is unethical. Third one, they pay only some tax to SARS and not everything. They only pay some tax to SARS and that is not everything, and that is illegal. So to conclude, the business does not apply any of the approaches in an ethical way. Okay, so next up we have to look at the business social responsibility in practice. How are we going to apply this then in the practice? Okay, we're on page 75 in your textbooks. The business environment is complex and it is necessary for business to involve the internal as well as the external environment. Now, if we look at this slide specifically, the internal environment is in the investors, the employees, and also stakeholders, where the external environment is then the natural environment, also government, customers, suppliers, law and regulations, economy, rivalry. What is that? Do you know? Competitors, okay? And also society and local communities. So let us break this down for us. The first one then is where the business social responsibility towards the following groups are important. The first one, employees. This is where they have to comply with legislation. Also Basic Conditions of Employment Act, or the BCEA, Act 75 of 1997, Labour Relations Act 66 of 1995, Broad-Based Black Economic Empowerment Act 75 of 2003, also Skills Development Act 97 of 1998, Occupational Health and Safety Act 85 of 1993, Protection of Personal Information, or POPI Act, that one that you guys know as well, number 4 of 2013, and then provide training for your employees. Also provide additional benefits like medical aid and pension fund, provide educational bursaries for children, make provision for a creche, provide transport, acknowledge different cultures, avoid discrimination on any grounds, also treat everyone equal, and remunerate in a fair way the salaries, no? And then also adhere to COVID regulations to ensure that the employees are safe in the workplace. And that is not only for COVID, but also for any other sicknesses or any illnesses that is actually important to protect the staff members against. Then consumers, this is on page 75. Be honest in all promotions. Remove products that has expired. Ensure that the content of the product matches what reflects on the packaging. So make sure that is correct. Ensure that guarantees and warranties are fair. Do not use misleading advertising. Comply with the requirements of the National Credit Act 34 of 2005, where when selling something on credit, and then satisfy the warnings and risks are clearly indicated. Safety risks, make sure that that is in place. Make sure that the food products are safe for human consumption. Also remember that the customers has rights according to the Consumer Protection Act, and that is the right to safe products. Also demand a good quality product, proper labeling on products, return products, and also cancel a reservation. Okay, then adhere to any regulations to ensure that the customers are satisfied. The third one here is a natural environment, and this is where we have to protect our natural environment. This is also part of our social responsibility, and this becomes increasingly important. The business can maybe recycle waste products, comply with laws about disposal of waste products such as chemicals and paint, also replace plastic packaging with biodegradable packaging, avoid dumping waste into rivers and sea, get involved in voluntary cleanup projects, and then also manufacture environmental friendly products, email receipts instead of printing them out, save water, save electricity, switch to solar power systems, and support suppliers who do not harm the environment. This will all then fall under the natural environment and the social responsibility regarding that. Then the last one, our local communities, and that is the people surrounding your local, your business, the local communities. They are the sources of the consumers and employees. So the business should try to help the communities to create loyalty and support by doing the following. Offer support to projects that happens or runs through the communities, create jobs for young people in the community, assist the local schools, and then provide training for community leaders, sponsor a reading project, sponsor the establishment of a creche, start a clothing project to donate secondhand clothing to those who need it, assist in educating the community about pet care, help the community to establish vegetable gardens, and also provide free motivational or entrepreneurial workshops, and then offer internships ships to students. Okay, so these four things can then help with the social responsibility in practice for any business. Right, so let us do our case study there, 3.4 quickly, just to conclude this. There's a few extra social responsibility projects here that you also have slides from. Mhm. Okay, are we done, guys? Are you still busy?
Well, done and dusted.
Good. That's what I want to hear. Ready for action. All right, guys, so let us do just go through these questions quickly, just to make sure that you have the correct answers. Now, Melissa wants to give back what she has received in life. How could she be social responsible to the following groups? List 2 points for each group. First one is her customers. Okay, so what she can do is she needs to be honest about the fact that she sells second-hand furniture. The products that she is selling must be safe, and she must listen to the customer complaints. She must also charge reasonable prices. So repeat quickly. She needs to be honest about the fact that she's selling second-hand furniture. Second fact here, the products she sells must be safe for the consumers or customers. She must listen to the customer complaints. And then the fourth one, she must charge reasonable prices. Number 2, her employees. She must pay her employees a fair wages, or remunerate them fairly. She must upskill the employees through training. She could provide the bursary for her employees' children. She can also maybe offer internships or an internship, or sponsor a reading project or some project that is running in the community. Oh, sorry, for the employees. No, it's not going to work for the employees. She can maybe provide transport or additional benefits. In the community, she can sponsor a team in the community, provide employment. She can sponsor some projects that are running. Maybe give motivational talks or speeches or something in that line to the members of the community. Then the 1.4, the environment. She must maybe use recyclable packaging rather than the plastic. Try and save electricity. Maybe switch to solar power systems. And recycle waste products. Okay, number 2, there are 3 general approaches to social responsibility. Briefly discuss each approach by defining it and giving one example of it. So the profit-centered approach, they focus on profit. If they have additional income, they then have more money to spend on the community for their social responsibilities. This is on page 73 in the textbooks. Then regulation imposed approaches. This is where the business owner only social responsibility regarding that is to increasingly become more regulation imposed by law. So you will then maybe make sure that cleanups takes place. If there are any chemical spills at a factory. Last one here, investment earned approach. Okay, so investing in social responsibility projects will serve as free promotion for the business. Social responsibility projects serves as free promotion for a business. And this would be where people actually see what specifically or what a specific shop are doing for the community, and they will then go and shop there. Okay. Now, the last thing that we will do here today is 3.5, and that is evaluating. Page 77. Here, I would like you to look at task 3 there. Evaluate the business's social responsibility program according to a specific criteria. That says there that the lecturer will give you that information. Okay, so information that I have here is you must tell us a little bit more about the various uses of social responsibility in any business. So the first thing you must do is you must have a little bit of an introduction. So that's the first thing, introductory or introduction, where you are going to tell us a little bit more about the business. Then the second one is background information of this business. So first introductory, second background information, and then the third one, principles for evaluation. Principles for evaluation. Include specifically the utilitarian principle, the professional ethics. This is on page 70. The golden rule. And then the last one, TV and family test. Then I want a conclusion. So maybe work together 5 or 6 in a pair, or if you want to, you can do this together as a whole group, as the class. So you decide quickly, and then we will get one person to come and give us a feedback quickly. Just 10, 15 minutes. Okay, let us hear. It seems like room 13 couldn't hear me. Can you hear me now, room 13? Room 13, could you hear me? You must unmute yourself so that I can hear you. Okay, so 25-2, we're going to start with that, okay? Don't make it too complicated. Just do what is on a PowerPoint. Before I forget, at the back of your module 2, you will find that organogram for one of the questions that we've marked in module 2, the one that I've promised you. There are actually 2 organograms. Just check right at the back, you will find that information. I've decided to keep it together so that it makes more sense. All right, so let us hear. Who is in room 12? Who is ready to talk about, what was it, Red Bull, Coca-Cola? Where's that guy now? Are you ready to tell us more information about Red Bull, room 12? That is now business management A. Okay, it is here. Okay, so what's the introduction? Just unmute yourself, then you can tell us quickly.
Okay, hello to everybody. Yeah. Okay, so our business that we chose is Red Bull. So from the intro, okay, Red Bull has revolutionized the industry since its establishment in 1987. Its business practices, advertising strategies, and product innovations are subject to constant judgment and scrutiny because of obvious reasons. For the background information, it was founded by Taitri Mataska. Yeah, you can go Google it and Salayo Yuvidya. Yeah, him. Its rise to prominence can be attributed to its unique marketing strategies and sponsorships of extreme sports. Principles for evaluation. Yeah. It's utilitarian. What's it called? Yeah. The utilitarian. I mean, yes. Utilitarian. Can someone speak English nice?
Go on, you're doing a good job. Go on, you're doing a good job.
Uncle. That one.
Yeah.
This principle involves evaluating actions based on the overall consequences. Hey, that's not a big good. Yeah.
Okay. Professional ethics.
Yeah, we're going back now. Really? Our sure. Red Bull has created part of the utilitarian principle is the positive impact. Red Bull has created thousands of jobs, boosted extreme sports industries, and contributed significantly to event sponsorships and the entertainment sector. But however, on the negative impact, there are concerns regarding the health risks associated with consuming energy drinks, especially for young consumers. And that is why you mustn't overconsume. And yeah, then we go over to the professional ethics. Mostly, as a multinational corporation, Red Bull is expected to adhere to professional ethical standards. But don't do that. Put that. To adhere to professional ethical standards, particularly in areas such as advertising, product safety, and corporate responsibility. Advertising practices include. Yeah, I am finishing this video.
Don't interrupt him. Yes.
Red Bull has often been criticized for its aggressive marketing tactics aimed at younger audiences. For the product safety, there are concerns about the health impacts of Red Bull's energy drink, especially regarding overconsumption and its effects on vulnerable populations. Children.
Right. Well done.
I'm not done yet, much.
Oh, I thought you're done. Sorry. The conclusion? What was the conclusion then?
That wasn't conclusion. I must still do go on.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
You've got a lot of information.
Yes, Miss. Research.
Well done.
Okay, the golden rule. Treat others as you expect to be treated can be applied to Red Bull's business ethics by considering whether the company's practices respect consumers and stakeholders. Yeah. And then family and TV test. Advertising and sponsorships. Red Bull As I said before, sponsor sports and such with this and mad people to do very weird tricks on trains and over buildings and jump off plane in mountain, die almost, yeah. White people say, I'm jumping, but it's jumping.
Okay, it's fine.
And then in conclusion, while Red Bull has established itself as a powerhouse in the energy drink industry and a promoter in the extreme sports culture, its business practices usually end up with very high profits as a result of them. So other businesses should learn from it.
Okay, well done. Good, 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 good. All right. Okay, thank you. So then our room 13, let us hear from you guys. What was your research about? Room 13? Just unmute the mic. Unmute the mic, please. Then we can hear you. Then nothing. Whoa. Okay. Anyway, thank you, A group. And then B group, unfortunately, we couldn't hear yours, so we will start with you next time when we see you, B group. Then I will sort out the microphone or the sound, and I don't know what's happening there. Okay, but anyway, have a good day. Thank you, guys. Enjoy your rest of your day then.